Okay, so this is the paper I've been kind of waiting for. This is a preprint out of Moderna. So Moderna published this. They are making a vaccine booster for the variants, which I assume that they were working on, and they are indeed working on it. So they have targeted the South African variant. That is the one, if you remember, is the one that has the most immune escape. And the current Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are only about 50 to 60% effective against this variant. So they modified their sequence to account for the 351 variant. So they basically changed the sequence to match the 351 variant, the South African variant. And they're testing this on people that have previously undergone both doses of the Moderna vaccine. So let's look at it together. I haven't read this yet, so let's go over it together. Okay, so they're just kind of talking about the variant. Then they're talking about their original mRNA vaccine. All right. So they enrolled patients that are over 18. Okay, here's their schema. So they had two phases. They had one where they just boost with another round, so a third shot of the same vaccine, or they give a dose of the modified vaccine with where the sequence matches the 351 variant or the South African variant. Oh, so they're doing it. This is a pretty big study. They did 30,000 people. Oh, okay. Okay, so they screened 30,000 people. They actually only did this in 60 people. Okay, I was about to say, like, that's a crazy number that they're doing 30,000 again. Okay, so they had 60 people. What they did is one of them got 50 micrograms of the modified booster. And then another group, 20, got half and half, basically 25 micrograms of the original vaccine and 25 micrograms of the variant vaccine. And then they had another one that was just low dose of the variant vaccine. Okay, so that's what's going on. Let's take a look. They're talking about what they did to modify it. So it's the pre-fusion stabilized. So that means they exchange it to a proline, so it doesn't bend. So it doesn't bend after, so it stays in the pre-fusion conformation. Before it binds the spike protein. Before the spike protein binds the ACE receptor. All right, presents and okay, so they changed all the amino acids here. So, you'll recognize this, the E484K, the KN417N, and the N501Y, and the D614G. These four. These are the big amino acid mutations. All right, so let's see. What's their results? Okay, here we go. So this is side effects. So they're comparing the modified which is the second one, with the original. And basically the biggest thing was pain. So almost everyone has pain at the injection site. Um, Interestingly, the modified one has a little bit less. And then systemic complaints. The biggest ones were like headache, fatigue, muscle aches, joint pain. Okay, so similar to the other vaccines. And interestingly, the modified one is a little bit less. Don't know why that is. Okay, so red is grade 3. So red is the bad one. Okay, so relatively low. Doesn't seem too much different than the original studies. Okay, so here, the titers. These are the neutralizing titers for the various variants. So this is before they boosted them, and this is 2 weeks after the third dose. And this is using the original vaccine. So you got a nice bump up with just the regular vaccine. All right, so let's see if they have data based on. Okay, so this is their modified vaccine. So here, it doesn't look that different actually. Here it was like 3, and here it's like a little better than 3. It's not super impressive actually. Am I missing something? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Looking at this. Yeah, so the circles are with the original, and the diamonds are with the modified. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit better. You can see right here, it's a little bit better. It's nothing to really write home about. It's not, yeah. Hmm. Okay, well, I thought it'd be more impressive than that. That is not super impressive. I mean, it is true that this is a logarithmic scale, so this difference is bigger than just linear. You know, this is 10 to the 3 and this is 10 to the 4. It's a logarithmic scale, so this is a bigger difference than it looks like apparently. But yeah, I thought that the modified vaccine would make it a lot better than this, and it's just not. All right, let's see what they say. Preliminary evaluation, safety profiles were good. I agree with that. Vaccination with both the original and the modified boosters elicited higher neutralizing titers against the original strain and comparable titers against this versus peak titers observed after the primary series. Yes, suggesting that immune memory was induced by priming. Yeah, okay. Additionally, the modified booster appears to be more effective at increasing neutralization against the 351 variant than a boost with the original. I mean, that is true, but it's just not that big of a difference. So I don't know if it's like clinically relevant. You know, I was hoping that this difference would be like double or something. Mm. And you know, they don't really mention the people that had the mixed vaccine where they got 50-50 and the one that got the really low dose, the 20 micrograms. All right, so this is a very early study. I'm sure that when they have more, they're going to go through it. And who knows if they're going to make one with a Delta variant. I don't know why they're not doing like multiple variants in one shot, because with the mRNA technology, it's very easy to change the sequence. So they could have one shot that like covers the P1, the 351, and the Delta variant. But maybe it's just too much work to like do all that. Anyway, it is a little bit better, but it's not crazy better. Just a maybe, you know, the average here is about 1,000, and this is probably like 3,000. Yeah, 3,000. So it is double, 2 or 3 times higher. The logarithmic scale makes it seem like it's not that much difference. Table would have been better, I think. And it is. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what the neutralization rate against the B51 with the original Sierra is, but maybe they didn't store this, and there wasn't enough stored after the original rounds to test it against the new variant, because that wasn't available. That would have been interesting to see, because maybe it was like down here after 2 doses, and the third dose makes it go up here. So maybe the third dose is important. Okay, so it's a little bit better, but not crazy. I definitely see these booster shots coming down the line. I don't know when, probably in the next couple of months. I will probably get it. All right, thanks for watching. Comment below if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching.